Hey, welcome back. So I wanted to say this at the beginning of the video, not at the end of the last one, but I totally haven't figured out how I'm going to label these. I think I want to call this Lord of the Rings, Jime, Journeys in Middle-earth, Campaign 2, Part 1, Part 2. Anyways, I hate making it really long because it makes... I'm using devices which I have to finger peck. I don't have actual keyboards. If I had a keyboard, I can type stuff lightning fast, but having to finger peck names of things and titles, it's really annoying. It's why you don't see me put a lot in the descriptions of every video. Yes, I can transfer everything to a PC and then use a real keyboard, but then if I'm doing that, I might as well edit my videos and I might as well just be like everybody else you already watch. I think one of the largest reasons I don't mind recording myself playing is because I get to play. If I'm spending more of my time editing and typing things in, then I'm not playing anymore, and you're going to see me stop doing videos. So there's sort of a selfishness involved there, but anyways, I'm assuming and hoping most of you don't mind. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end this. Shadow, we're going to go over that 15. Yep, we just increased by 15. So here we go, the unfamiliar bird. Arrows whistle through the air. Each hero is going to test 2 agility. Then each hero who fails suffers 2 face down damage. Well, you know Gimli's going to suffer. He only has 1 agility to test. All right, so we're going to start with Aragorn. 2 is another failure. All right, so he gets 2 face down damage, right? Yes, 2 face down damage. So we don't have to look at the damage there. Okay, and then Gimli, I guess we have to draw the 1 card. He did get a success. He does mitigate 1 of the damage. So he takes 1 damage. And he's already has 1, so he has 2 now. Legolas has 4 agility. 1. There's 1 success. He'll spend his token and make it 2. So he doesn't take any damage. Okay, and then Bilbo has 3. There's 1 success. That's definitely not 1. There's 2 success. So Bilbo avoided the damage. Well done, Bilbo. Because damage would have been bad for him. All right, then Elena is last but not least. Her agility is only 2. That's a fail. And that's a fail. And she can't even pass. But she can mitigate 1 of them, so she will. She'll spend a token, so she only takes 1 face down damage instead of 2. All right, so I'm going to put the damage like over her picture. Okay. Yeah, now we got to go back over here. 2 hungry wargs are on that space right there. That's where we started. Done. And then 1 ruffian is going to be on Elena's space. Lucky Elena. An elderly crow perched in the shadow of a dying elm watches you with malicious intelligence. What the heck does that mean? Malicious intelligence. So does that mean that I could look at somebody with malicious stupidity? Oh, I'm finding way too much amusement out of the... I mean, I just imagine these like FFG nerds sitting there in their cubicle, coming up with, they write novels and stuff and they come up with all this, I'm looking at you with malicious intelligence. I kidding, right here. Malicious intelligence. So like so when Hillary Clinton looks at Trump, is she looking at him with malicious stupidity? When CNN talks about Russian collusion, they're talking about it with malicious ignorance. I don't get it. Anyways, I'm sorry. I had way too much fun with that. Its incessant cries grow louder and shriller until it erupts into flight and streaks over your head, followed by the cries of more dangerous foes. That means more stuff is coming. Okay, one orc hunter. All right, so the orc hunter, ooh, this one's, oh, he's ranged. That's what. I was going to say, this one has a label. No, he's just ranged. Oh, why can't I find the miniature? Here we go. He's showing up right there. Right next to Gimli and them. Okay, how many more? Oh gosh, there's another one. All right, this one's a ruffian with a banner. That may not mean that he's elite, though. I forget how to tell if they're elite. The elite ones are the ones that suck. Oh, here we go. This one has a red background. He's the elite one. Okay, so this one has this banner. And there's 2 ruffians on this one. Holy buckets, that's a lot of ruffians. And they are here. And these are the elite ones. There's a whole lot of bad guys on the map. Oh my gosh, they're not done. I remember doing this the last time. It's just a ridiculous amount of spawns all at once. Okay, this one is there. There are so many bad guys, I'm not even going to be able to kill them all. Even if every action I spend is on killing. And then on top of it, there's another thing that's going to happen at 40. When we get to threat 40. All right, every hero is going to get to reset their deck and scout 2. Okay, so just understand that Aragorn's here, so that means these 2 are going to get a scout 3 as well as Aragorn. So only Bilbo and Elena will do a scout 2. Okay, so that's when we're supposed to do like this. And I'm just shuffling. Okay, so these bad guys are a huge distraction from getting the mission done and finishing the search and all that jazz. But at the same time, if you just ignore them, they just clobber you anyway. So it's a 6 or 1/2 dozen thing. And I don't know, like if I played a 2-player game, is there a lot less guys that spawn? I sure hope so. It's really annoying because I'm at 27 out of 64 threat. Now granted, I'm at 2 out of the 3 tracks that I needed. So I think my progress was going pretty decent, but yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle, and Elena, I think, is the one that I'm most concerned about. But anyways, here's our 3 cards. So I'm gonna get the deck back, and then let me just straighten it like this so we can look, so I can look through the camera and see what you're seeing. Okay, so we got Strider, which is awesome, but I like the success to be on my deck. The Strike 3 and the Guard 2. Actually, with all the bad guys on, this might be worth, you know, adding. But let's see what else we have. After you explore a tile, you or a nearby hero may scout 1. There is one more tile to explore, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it soon. When you test Wisdom... Yeah, this is just, oh, I just need to read the title, Ancient Wisdom. This is clearly the best one, but then I lose the... I'm going to take the Strider. I'm actually going to prepare this one. And then I'm going to put these 2 on the bottom of his deck. And there's a reason. The reason is this. He's well provisioned. At the start of his turn, he's going to discard this skill so he can scout 2. I'm going to do that now before I forget. So I'm going to scout 2 more. So here's the next 2. And so he can discard, so he can, remember, he can prepare one of these. So he'll prepare the spirit one and then put this one on the bottom of his deck. So I don't know how helpful that was, but it's done. Okay, next one is Gimli. So I just need to shuffle his. Now Gimli, he does have this kinship I need to remember, that if a nearby hero tests, he may discard that skill so they can draw 2 additional cards. And of course, if it's himself or another dwarf, which right now is just himself, they get to do a scout 1. Okay, so he's got some real good cards here. Poet's Heart. Before you interact with a person token, gain 1 inspiration. And right here, a rest 2 for healing. So he's definitely going to equip the rest 2. That's not even a challenge. He is at his max of 4 prepared cards. And then these 2 here, just in time for combat, we're going to put them both right on top. And he's going to be rocking and rolling. All right, so moving on to Legolas. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Bilbo is still stuck in that cave. That's what's crazy. That cave required what? Two actions so far. And actually, we know 3 because he's sitting on the 3rd right now. That's just ridiculous. Okay, Legolas is shuffled. Here's his 3. Okay, now this is a situation where I actually might want to prepare this because Undying Might is not a big thing for him. So I will do that. I'm going to put this one on top, that one on bottom, and I will prepare the Ill Omen. He has 0 cards prepared right now, so that is the perfect time to do that. The Undying Might I don't think is that big of a deal for him. For somebody else it would have been. And then of course watch him having to do some kind of might test. All right, I'm moving on to Bilbo here, and unfortunately, I wish I had like a second person who could be shuffling while I'm busy talking into the camera, but I don't have enough money to afford a Vanna White. And if I had a Vanna White, I wouldn't be doing videos. So let's go. 2 cards for Bilbo. All right, so we got Ancient Wisdom and the Tookish Part. Before you test, you may discard this skill to test Wit instead and gain 1 inspiration. After you test, we can discard to become hidden. Now this is a tough choice because him becoming hidden is a good thing. Being able to test Wit, which is his best skill, is good. But I'm going to take the Wisdom just because if he does have to do a Wisdom check, he gets an automatic success. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So, and I want this on top. I want him to succeed on his whatever his next test is going to be. So that's going to go right on top. Okay, last and always not least, Madame Elena, who I've grown to like during my last playthrough. She's still always weak with combat, which I don't think that was ever meant to be her strength anyways. But I think she has some really good skills and abilities if we can just use them. All right, so we're going to draw 2 cards. She has 3 prepared cards, by the way. All right, so Lay of Twilight. During your turn, you may discard the skill for you and nearby heroes to collectively discard. Oh my gosh, you can discard 4 face down collectively. So she has 1 damage and Bilbo has 0, so it really doesn't do any good. But obviously, if all these monsters end up attacking her, she may need it. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Ancient Wisdom because I want the success. That may turn out to burn me later. We're going to find out. Action phase. Okay, it's time for us to try to do something here. I'm going to go with Bilbo because I want to get this cave thing done. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that first. So let's come back over here and click on this and do the search. The stones of the room seem untouched by the years. Polished granite somehow gleaming in the heart of the earth. In the center of the room is a cairn of treasure. And one item in particular seems suited to your quest. Gain the Wingfoot title and immediately prepare it. Then discard this search token. Now, our titles, I'm going to have to look up what a title is. Like, does it count as one of the 4 things that I can prepare? That's what I gotta, let me just do a real quick rule check here. The titles should be its own section, so hopefully this won't be painful. They're a type of skill card that heroes can gain during an adventure. The app requires the hero who gained the title to be selected in the app. This allows the app to place that title card into that hero's inventory. It's part of the hero's inventory for the duration of the campaign. Like all skill cards, hero can only resolve a title's ability card while it's prepared. Abilities on many title skill cards instruct the hero to remove that skill card from the adventure. That title card is set aside and cannot be used again until the next adventure. That title card will be shuffled into the hero's skill deck during setup of the next... Ooh. Okay, so it is one of the 4 cards. Okay, so he gets Wingfoot's title. Well, let's go figure out what the heck that is. This is obviously way different than our last time we played. I sort of like that about this game. Here it is, Wingfoot. After you sprint with this skill, remove it from the adventure. So it's just a one-time sprint 3 kind of thing, and it even has a token. Okay, well, sprint 3 is not bad. That means I have to sleeve these cards because that card's not sleeved. I didn't realize I would have to shuffle them into my deck. And then I'm telling the app that Bilbo got it. Oh, and then it's not over. I get more stuff. I now also gained a torch. So let me grab one of those. And it's really interesting, but there's multiple torches here. Looks like they level up, these torches do. Okay, so you and other heroes in your space ignore darkness, which is great. I think, if I remember correctly, let me just look at some of these other items. How do I know how many charges go on? Oh, it says it. Okay, so this one gets, I believe it gets 1 charge. And that's what that 1 means. I can, it's been a while, I'm sorry. I knew this very easily. Yep, that's what it is. And then it recharges every adventure. Okay, so this does not count towards his 4 skills, but he does have a torch now, which I find interesting. I'm gonna have to put that near the top. Okay, so the search token's gone. And I'm gonna go ahead and use his sprint 3 right now. So we're gonna just use this. It's out of the adventure. And I'm gonna go 1, 2, and let's get that revealed. Okay, so he got a search token right there. Okay, so then he's going to end his movement there where the search token is. So I'm not even going to bother putting the search token out because he's going to search it right now. So Bilbo is just getting it done. So he did a sprint 3, 1, 2, and then 3, and then we're going to finish this off. Okay, so before he does this, he gets to look at the top card. And no, he didn't even do a test that last time. All right, so now he's testing agility. Okay, so his agility is 3. We know that 1 success is already there. And here's 2 and 3. 2 successes he got. So we're going to come back here. 1, 2. Halfway down the steep slope, the mud gives away, keeping your footing, da-da-da. For a man, strange though it may be, it appears a large number of orcs have traveled through. Discard this search token. And it looks like we've located the lair. So this search token goes right here, which is right where Aragorn is standing. Holy cow. So let me put Aragorn right there. And our lore went up by 1. We actually, we have to infiltrate that lair now. Oh my gosh, more stuff is spawning. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's saying that 2 orc hunters are spawning right here. And then 2 orc marauders are spawning now. Holy cow. I think I'm doing well. I don't know. It just seems like this is really bad. Okay, we have a buttload of guys out here. Do I go with Aragorn next and try to just infiltrate the lair? Do I try to kill people? So here's the thing. Obviously, if I did more search tokens and stuff, I could get more lore. But I think that right now, Gimli has 2 guys on him. So does Legolas, for all that matter. Elena has 1 person on her. Same deal. She's going to end up in combat. The only person who's free right now is Aragorn, and I might as well search that token before somebody gets on that space with him. So I will activate, let's go with Aragorn. Team Aragorn, like Power Rangers. All right, so we're going to go ahead and is to devise a way in without their notice. So we're going to do 1 action to search. So we have to test his wit. Oh, how bad is his wit? Okay, it's a 3. That's not bad. So let's see how it turns out. There's 1, 2, 3. All fails. We already put a bunch of fails on the bottom of the deck. It doesn't say how many we need, but I'm going to go ahead and do 1, 2. I'm doing all 3 tokens. So we're going to pass all 3 of those puppies. So 1, 2, 3. Are surprisingly numerous and you're not yet able to locate a way in. Okay, that was 1 action. So let's do another one then. Testing wit again. Ugh. 1 success. 2 successes. And something we desperately want to prepare. All right, so we got 2 successes that time. So let's go over here and put in 2. We're still not able to locate a way in. Turns over. Okay, so there's a part of me that thinks that's what we want to do. Let's, screw all these guys on the map. We don't need to deal with them. So I'm going to have Gimli go and attack these two guys, hopefully kill them, so Legolas can move up and help devise a way in. Legolas has a wit of 3. Gimli actually has a wit of 4, because somehow or another the ringmail gives him a wit of 4. I guess, you know, when you're drunk and you have armor, you feel a lot more witty and smart. Okay, so Gimli's got to do the attack. So what are we going to do here? Oh, you know what? Crap. We could have done this. Reveal 2 additional cards. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to see if, well, first of all, let's see if Aragorn would have gotten anything. There's a crapper and a success. So he would have gotten 1 more success. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that little token. And we're going to test wit again, and we're just going to put in 1 success this time. And we still haven't gotten in. Okay. Yeah, okay, Gimli's going to attack. So he's going to use his might. Here's 1 success, 2 success, and then 2 blanks. And he will use both of his inspiration for the blanks. So he has 4 successes. Well, actually, let's see. He only needed 3, so let's take 1 back. Okay, he only needed 3 to get maximum hits. So let's go ahead and take on these archers. But how do I know which one's which? Oh boy. Oh man, those hunters, they have armor. I gotta get the, I forgot to put the banner down, and I almost got myself in trouble for that. Okay, so we got 3 hits, or 3 successes, and as you can see, that's 8 hits with Sunder, okay? 8 hits with Sunder, and Thunder and Lightning. So we're gonna put in Sunder, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. 1 orc hunter is gone. And yes, the enemy can attack. And his agility negates. Alright, so after he attacks, he can put one of his cards back on top, which would have been one of the successes. And his agility is only 1, so he negates 1 damage. So he is going to take 2 damage. I mean, he can handle 6, but that is still a lot of damage. And let me kill one of the archers first. All right, so here they are. So the first one is Dazed. Keep this card face up. Before you interact with a threat token, you must spend 1 inspiration. Okay, and then this one, discard 2 prepared cards or suffer 2 face down damage, then discard this card. I'll go ahead and get rid of these 2. I have no problem with that. So that's done. Okay, I have this rest action. Discard at the end of turn to discard 2 face down damage. Don't let me forget, but I'm definitely doing that. He still has another action, so we're going to attack again. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as you can see, I need 2. Well, actually, 1 is 2 hits and Sunder. So let me click on these guys. He just needs 2 hits, so I'm going to just take that success and roll with it. So we did sunder, but that doesn't matter. And then we do 2 hits, and we just killed the archers completely. So the orc hunter is gone, and then either he or a nearby hero gains an inspiration. So let me think about the inspiration thing. But this orc hunter is gone, so the space that Legolas in is now clear. That was the goal of this. Before I forget, I'm going to discard this Poet's Heart, and then 2 face down damage is going to go back into the deck. So he's only got 1 face up damage right now, and that's this weird dazed thing. Okay, so either he's going to get an inspiration or Legolas. Legolas has 0 inspiration, so I'm going to give him 1. Because he can give it to somebody that's nearby. He could have given it to Aragorn, but I'm going to give it to Legolas because Legolas is now activating. And Legolas is going to move, or he's going to, you know what he's going to do? He's going to sprint using that 1 that he just received to there, because that's his ability. And also, Gimli is going to keep a success on top of his deck because he gets to do that every time he attacks. All right, so without spending an action, Legolas was able to move here, and Legolas is going to try to get this thing. I think we want to desperately get this done. So he's going to test wit now, which is 3. So we already have the top card, success. The next card, and the next card. So he only has 1 success. And this, by the way, is Bilbo. So I'm going to get rid of those cards there. So we only got 1. The heroes win. You have caught the bandits by surprise and will face the bandit leader on even footing in the next adventure. We got 2 lore, and each hero receives 4 experience. That's excellent, folks. Okay. I forget what happens between missions. I know we reset the decks, but I think we actually heal all of our damage and stuff too. So let me look that up. I'll do that off camera and clean up some of this stuff here, and then we'll start the next mission. Okay, so after the first time I played, I told you that I was a little about this game. I'm having a lot more fun this time around, and I think that's some of what we've learned in board gaming, right? Is sometimes your first impression of a game is not always going to be your final one. I'm actually appreciating this a lot more. I think some of it is because I've learned to accept it for what it is. That's always a big thing. The second thing is I'm okay with leaving some of those tokens untouched, because once you know that this is your objective, you need to do it. If you notice, I was able to ignore all those monsters, and it was fine. I didn't need to go after them. So that's extremely important to understand. And I think last time around, I sort of wanted to explore everything and kill all the monsters. And then, of course, I ran out of time and the threat level went too high. Already, big lesson learned. And then the next thing, hopefully, because you guys always catch it more than I do, I'm hopefully remembering to use my skills. Now, every now and then, I sometimes forget about an end of turn skill or something like that, and I just retroactively do it. But that's the other key thing, is understanding all the skills, how they really work, and then using them at the right times. So I do like it more now. I'm having more fun. I still miss Barabora and the Pathfinder. I think I did the right thing by having Bilbo and Elena go off in a different direction. I think there was just a lot of things that just worked out our way. That one cave was insane that Bilbo went into, but it turned out to be some pretty cool stuff. So anyways, let me clean this up. I'm going to refresh myself on what do I do in between missions and what don't I get to do. I'm pretty sure that this is starting a new adventure, and so everything's going to be wiped clean, but I just want to double check. And I will see you in however many minutes that takes me to do. So thanks for watching. Stay awesome.